When it comes to catching massive barra on super light tackle, barra don't get any bigger than this, the tackle doesn't get any lighter. This is a quick story about how to catch massive barra on light gear, as my son catches the biggest saltwater barra I've ever seen, and at the end of the video I'll show you how he got it to the side of the boat, how he handled it on such light gear, and just why I think it was the biggest barra I've ever seen, so you have to check this out.
Oh, kidding!
It's a meter too.
Let him run, let him run. He's got nowhere to go. Perfect, Cody, absolutely perfect. Patient, take your time. If it runs under the boat, dive the rod right under. Get up the back, quick, quick. Yep, let him tire out, that's perfect. Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go. Oh, that's a meter, that's a meter. My legs are shaking, I haven't got it. And this is our first barra for the day. It's been a horrible day. Ooh, that's gigging. It just went around his fins or something, that's all, folks. I need a bigger net. We're on a 2 to 5 kilo rod. We've got the Alvi Orbiter SR60, the smallest of the Alvis. Oh no! I couldn't get him in the net.
So Cody did an amazing job. He stuck with that fish for about 20 or 25 minutes. It came up to the surface a few times. We saw how big it was, but we had no idea exactly how big it was until we tried to get it in the net. Here's a 109 centimetre barra that we did get into the net, and you can see it doesn't really fit in the net, but we're able to get its head in and drag it into the boat. This beast, we had no chance. I got its head in the net, I got my hand in its gills. Cody dropped the rod to try to give me a hand. That's when we nearly lost the rod. We did everything we could to get this big girl into the boat, but we had no chance. I've since found the biggest enviro net that I can buy, and that's it. And if we ever get one that big again, at least we've got a chance of catching it. But what Cody did, he had the drag backed right off. If you think about it, if you pull fishing line really, really tight and hit it with a sharp knife, it's going to cut straight away. But if you pull fishing line just loosely between your hands and hit it with a knife, it won't cut. The more pressure you put on a leader, the easier it is it cuts through. So when you got really light line, you're better off backing that drag off. We were lucky because the tide was out, so there was no snags for him to run into. So that's why quite a few times during the fight, we just said, let him run, or let her run. Let her tire out, and then we'll bring her to the boat when she's exhausted. And that's the only thing we can do. The other thing was that he kept his rod tip really low to the water. You can see here, the rod tip's pointed down at the water, and the fish is in deep. It didn't jump all that often. It'll always jump early in the fight, but a big fish like that really struggles to even get its head out of the water, let alone get airborne like this thing did. So the rod tip was pretty low, and we kept it down in the water. When a barra jumps, it throws its head from side to side. It can get the line caught around it, and you can cut your line really easily. So keep your rod tip low and keep it down deep in the water. Now, 6 pound break and strain line sounds really light, but let me tell you, the break and strain of fishing line is at the angler's patience. The more patient you are with fishing line, the longer it's going to last you. So Cody was just so patient. He just stuck with that fish for so long. And when all said and done, after we grabbed that rod again and that fish ran around the back of the boat, we probably released the pressure of that line a little bit, and that hook fell out of its mouth. The line didn't break, Cody didn't do anything wrong, but that hook just fell straight out of his mouth. So we were so unlucky, but that is the biggest saltwater barra I've ever seen. Great fish.